Hi everyone, and welcome to our discussion on your final paper, which is Imagine Dialogue paper. So, an Imagine Dialogue paper is a 4,000 to 5,000 page paper where you are going to imagine yourself in a dialogue with a stakeholder in your professional field. And in this paper, you will identify a major mass communication issue, preferably related to your professional field, and describe the issue to a stakeholder. You're going to approach the issue from the perspective of each of the three theories or bodies of theories studied this quarter, and you're going to put yourself in the position of a critical stakeholder and describe the shortcomings of the approaches offered by each of the three theories or bodies of theory. You're going to conclude with your own assessment and propose a path forward that best solves the issue you have identified. Now, the assignment is due on Friday, June 7 by 11:59 p.m., but we're also going to discuss the steps that you need to take in order to submit this assignment. So basically, through this assignment, I'm asking you to showcase your ability to understand three bodies of theory and how they're going to be used to analyze and provide solution to a mass communication issue that are related to your field or related to your interests. So this is a good way for us to actually combine your ability to analyze critically and also to showcase your creative flair, basically. And in order to be able to finish this paper, you should practically utilize all of the other assignments that you have submitted so far, like your theorist grid will be very helpful source of information, as well as all of the discussion questions that you have answered so far. So basically, you in this Imagine Dialogue, one of the students who were successful in writing a strong Imagine Dialogue paper started with her own experience of going to the grocery stores and realizing that while she was standing in line, no one was talking to each other and they were all so busy looking at their own phone. And so she imagined that how can we talk about this issue of social interaction and proposing it to Mark Zuckerberg, who is the CEO of Facebook. And she wants to discuss this issue using three different bodies of theory and try to look up how can each of this theory help propose a solution to an issue that she's observing. And the evaluation of the paper is basically using this rubric, in which first you have to provide a definition and description of the issue. I have mentioned an example of observing your daily activities and talking about that as your starting point. You can also, as I see from discussion on week 2, for instance, this idea of alternative truth or this idea of fake news, for instance, and how are you going to tackle that concept using three different perspectives or three different bodies of theory that we have covered so far. And then the next evaluation is your ability to explain the three theories and their approach to the issue. This is the most important one because this is where you showcase that, yes, I do understand what the theory is about, and if being presented to this social issue, then this theory will perceive it or view it from this perspective. And you need to be able to critique each of the theory or theories. Remember, this is very important. And you are going to provide an assessment and proposal for a path forward to solve the issue. So, for instance, when it comes to fake news, or when it comes to alternative truth, or when it comes to an issue with advertisement, for instance, or an issue with social interactions that are now being disrupted with the use of social media or the use of smartphone. What are the proposal that are you going to provide to solve the issue? And of course, your quality of writing is also important. Please make sure that you're using the formatting guidelines and the Turabian style as well. And also understand that you will need to submit an outline that is due on Sunday, May 12th. So this is basically a lighter version of your final project, and this is the chance for you to build your final project, not just waiting until the last minute, but actually spend time to think through it and write and rewrite it, and also receive my input as you're drafting your paper. So what you're going to do on May 12th is that you're going to submit a 1 to 2 page outline of your Imagine Dialogue paper. As usual, please follow a standard outline format using headings, subheadings, and bullets or lists to demonstrate the structure that you will follow in your paper. But I also want you to understand that I don't expect you to use the theory that you're not extremely familiar with in terms of the theory are going to be discussed maybe in week 7, week 8. So far, if you only have 2 theories in hand that you're going to use, and then you want to wait for the 3rd theory to be discussed in week 7 and week 8, I can totally understand that. But please make sure that you have at least 2 theories that you're going to use for the paper. And then you need to also ensure that the issue is specific or narrow enough that it can adequately be addressed within the constraint of the final project. So in other words, I don't want you to be too ambitious, because this is only a 4,000 to 5,000 words paper. So I just want you to be smart in terms of making sure that the topic that you chose is narrow enough for you to tackle. I'm also available during my office hours to discuss about any of assignments or projects that you have in mind that you want to ask questions, or do you have any concerns or issues. So please make sure that you contact me. Either you can email me individually, or you can also utilize the Q&A board to express your concern, and I will be more than happy to help you and to talk to you one-on-one about the project that you're working on. I hope my explanation about Imagine Dialogue paper is helpful, and good luck. Thank you.